The ultimate flashcard app for learning Japanese, in my opinion, is NoClip, created by Justin Silvestri. The app is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux, which is great because I'm a Linux user. Today I'm going to share why flashcards are important for me in learning language, especially as a beginner, how to download the app, how to set up, and how to use it. First of all, flashcards are the easiest way for me to start learning a language and probably one of the most reliable methods for tracking progress. If you're not familiar with SRS programs, they basically you review less and retain more. The most popular SRS app by far is definitely Anki. Most of the language learning community use Anki to store words and phrases in their target language for better retention. Instead of manually creating a study schedule that will probably fail, you can simply use Anki to do for you. For me, Anki or any SRS program is absolutely essential in the early stage of language learning because at the beginning your target language doesn't really make sense for you. It sounds like an alien language. In my case, I'm fluent in English, and even though Brazil is heavily influenced by American culture, there's still some difference, some actually big difference. Now that I'm learning Japanese as well, it's even harder to understand in the beginning. If you watch an anime episode in RAW without subtitles as a beginner, you probably struggle to understand it. Over time, you might feel frustrated and be tempted to quit your Japanese learning journey. However, if you start with Anki, you get a sense of motivation for two reasons: immediate feedback on whether you're right or wrong, and a way to track your knowledge. When I watch an anime episode in RAW, I might only understand 3 words, and that's not enough to keep me motivated. I don't know if I'm making progress or not with this. However, when I flip a flashcard while review and get the answer right, I feel motivated. At the same time, if I get wrong, I can correct myself and see as a challenge, like a game. Additionally, when I watch an anime episode in RAW, I have no way of tracking my knowledge. Am I making progress? Am I actually learning? Anki, however, provides useful statistics that show your progress over time. I'm not saying immersion is important, but if you don't know anything about the language, immersion feels pointless. I only started with immersion once I built a solid vocabulary of at least 500 words. To download NoClip, go to noclip.com. I put the link in the description. See the download the app section. Choose your operating system and follow the installation instructions. When you open the app, click New Project, enter a project name, choose a file location, and for note type, select Simple, then click Save. Before we begin, you need a video or episode of anime that has subtitles in both your target language, Japanese in my case, and your native language. I choose the first episode of Romantic Killer on Netflix, a good slice of life. Add media to select the video. If the video has multiple subtitles, they will appear in sequence. For videos with multiple subtitles tracks, click Skip until you find the right one. Once you do, select the subtitles with the meaning in your native language and click Link Subtitles to choose flashcard field. For the notes field, click Skip. I personally don't use this field right now, so I don't recommend you doing the same. Next, click Subtitles in the top right and choose Generate Clips plus Cards from Subtitles. Change the text if you want to, then click OK. In top left, select Review and Export Flashcards. Then click Continue and export Anki deck from selected clips. Now open Anki and click Import File. Find the APKG file in your folder and select it. Click Import in the top right and close the window. Open the deck and select Browse. Find Cards at the top and delete everything in From Template field. Click Add Field, choose Transcription and click OK. Click Add Field again, choose Sound and click OK. Select the back template, delete everything in the back template field, then click Add Field and choose Meaning and click OK.